Well, hello, this is John Sullivan of Sullivan's Projects, and right now you're looking at the one part of Mount Lemon, and it's been a while since I've been up there. I'm actually in Pima County. I decided to try driving out here last night, and there's the Chiricahua Mountains out that way. It's just, right now I'm on Reddington Pass, about 5 miles up from the eastern side, and that's as far as I'm going to go. We are at a place called the A7 Ranch. Remember Reddington National Resource Conservation District with a lot of bull holes. So, you're looking to Reddington Pass itself. That's actually, reminds me of, like I say, so much of Florida here because they have Madeira and Reddington. It's spelled the same way, pronounced the same way, but they're actually two way different things. This is the cancer update. I understand you guys don't really want to see this very much, so I'm going to not talk about me so much, not really much to add from last week. And so I'm debating whether even to put this on YouTube because that's been kind of humiliating to me to even do that. But this is Labor Day. I have the day off, so I decided to drive out here and film a video. There's the southern end of the Chiricahua is going down into Benson. Right now, I looked at my phone, it says no service, and no, that doesn't mean I'm at the Kentucky Fried Chicken Taco Bell at Benson and State Road 90, which is basically a no service place. I end up walking out every time I go there. This is the eastern side of Reddington Pass, and we're actually in Pima County. That's Cochise County right down there. There's some guy claims that he owns 6.5 miles of that, so it says maintained by the county, access can be revoked at any time, but let's hope it doesn't happen on my way back. Actually, I'm right between, as far as miles on the road, right between Tucson, which is over that way past that mountain range, which is actually part of Reddington Pass, and San Manuel, which is, can't see it but that way. I'm kind of low on gas now, so what I'm going to end up doing is going up that way anyway, filling up and then go back to Sierra Vista from there. But I don't do Reddington Pass very much. My brother said last time he was up there, a bunch of homosexual groups decided to call this place home and have their little Vulcan baths up here. I don't know where, but so I haven't seen it, but I'm not going up that far anyway. So pretty straight and normal where I'm at. We're looking to the east here. Correction, you're looking to the west here. I'm looking to the east. It looks like a pretty good road up here, and actually it is, but boy, you should see some of the stuff I hit coming up here. I took pictures of it, so check out Sullivan's Projects Official. Sullivan's Projects Official, like the page, please. That's actually going to be a photo gallery of things I've taken along the way on the way up here. Way south of there, there's a little bulge out there. I get this thing in focus, kind of, sort of. I might have to go back to manual, but I'll tell you what, I had to fix my lens last night, and it was a real big mess to do it, but I couldn't do it, so I came out here last night, took a bunch of star shots, they went nowhere. I couldn't even get a focus on Orion, so I really thought this camera was toast, but today I just did something desperate and kind of just, you're looking east now to the Chiricahua mountain range. We pulled over, said a prayer, twisted the lens until it almost broke, and suddenly it's back in focus. So I think it just got out of notch. One time it got blown over on Car Canyon at night, kind of hit the wrong area face first, and that's that. It's a pretty rough road coming up from Benson from here. You go about 31, 32 miles, and then you hit the Pima County line. Then you go about 4 or 5 miles and hit the turnoff to Reddington Pass, which I am on right now. And like I said, I'm about 5 miles up that road. I don't even know what the name of the road is at this point. But we're going to film it going back. Cancer update is as follows. I'm just trying to still recover. I'm starting to eat a lot more than I used to, so that's good. It's very good, actually. Eating more things, that's good. Very good, actually. Still drinking a gallon of milk a day. Got a real love for eggs, cottage cheese, Reese's peanut butter cups for some reason, bananas. Bananas I got to actually throw into the blender and put to my feeding tube, but I really like those things for some reason. Everything else I can eat. Ham. I don't know why, but ham. I'm really getting along really well with ham. Anyways. We're going to have from Pima County, Cochise County in the background. Like I said, hopefully we can get a focus on this thing. Hopefully. Putting my glasses on for a second. Those mountains in the background are actually all along where I-10 is. And to the right are the mountain ranges that you see when I go down to Sierra Vista out of the I-10. So Benson would be in that area. The one very, very, very far in the distance behind that tree would be probably the one, I'm just taking a guess, around Tombstone, Bisbee. And the ones around Wilcox all start in this range you can see right here at the base of that. The I-10 would also go through and over that in one of the necks of the woods. The Chiricahuas actually have a lot of caves through here that the Native Americans were living in 1,000 years ago, 2,000 years ago. They were the Chiricahua tribe, and don't really know what happened to them. We're going to try one last time to get this thing in focus. We're not going to mess with manual focus today because it's not bright enough for me to even set it up. But here we are. So if it doesn't turn out, well, nobody but me will watch anyway, right? So once again, thanks very much for your prayers and everything. I really do appreciate it. The worst is yet to come, but I've said from the beginning I'm putting this all in God's hands, and just going to ride it wherever it leads. Liberty 72. I'm not going to film up here for that, but I was sort of tempted to. There's really not anywhere here in the story I can. But back out at Wilcox, we are going to go out there for a redrawing of where I filmed out here in '97. I was living in California at the time, but the Cochise stronghold in Wilcox area is what became the planet called OTAW-3, OTAW-3, which was very prominent in the first Liberty 72 project, When Battleships Fly. And in this story, we are actually going to go back there on the way back to Earth. So just to say hi and see what became of the place. It was also the place where I had the television pilot called the Dog Days of Summer Recess. It was actually a very humorous script, and I still can't find it. Mike Swanson still has one of my computers, and he offered to spend like $2,000, and I had to pay him back to get it fixed. I said that's too much money for what I have right now, so send it back. I'll send you whatever it's worth, and I haven't heard back from him since. I'm sure Winter and the crew has that drive back, but I will have to actually just put that one on hold, but I still have it in my mind. So what I've decided to do with Liberty 72 is continue work on all the models and the sets as I can. Production is on hold entirely. I'm just going to be spending some money here and there, just kind of taking advantage of the time we have to really up the models, especially. There's quite a few models that are involved in this thing. One of the things we're bringing back is this huge ship that was actually introduced in I'm going to say season 2 of the series, Endless Wonder. And this is called the MPS car, the multi-purpose ship car. And if you don't remember the storyline, Liberty 72 had gone missing for a couple hundred years, and they bring it back and give it a new name, Endless Wonder, and that's where the series takes off. Actually, the third part of the trilogy told how all that happened. But Liberty 72 is kind of an old relic in its contemporary time, but you really can't tell because for most of the series, it's out in a whole different quadrant of the galaxy. And quadrant, unlike Star Trek, means fourth. So you take 0 to 90 degrees, 90 to 180, 180 to 270, 270 back to 360 or 0, and that's a quadrant. Well, Earth would be along the 122 radial, which according to where you're looking at, the compass from there would be about right here, and halfway between the outer end of the galaxy's arms and the beginning where the galactic core is, and the big galaxy looking this way. So Earth would be along the 120. So I guess you could say it would be in the third quadrant, or the second quadrant, because you go 0 to 90, 90 to 180, and so 122 would be in that point. Now where Liberty 72 ends up and where the movie starts out is actually in the third quadrant over here. And I can't even remember what radial it was, like the 174 or something like that, but it's basically a quarter of the way through the galaxy from where Earth is. And so it just so happens that on the way back from where that point is, we're going to hit True Call 5 and OTAL 3, which are actually parts of the beginning storyline of Liberty 72. Now, keep in mind, this is going to be hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years later where this latest movie project begins. So once again, the ship's been pretty much ignored and just lost, like just a lost relic for thousands and thousands of years. The population that crewed both the MPS car and Liberty 72 are stuck on this planet. They built up their own civilization. They still use the MPS car because it was such a newer, bigger, functional ship as far as technology. So they pretty much discarded Liberty 72 as just an old, useless relic. But it just so happens that they're having some issues on that planet itself, and so it just so happens that a group will actually try to get together and man that ship, and one thing has led to another to get it to that point where they actually have to try to get it to work again. The society is in conflict on that new planet. Humans are humans, and things happen for a reason. And so once again, the basic search for the freedom of getting out from under that system back into the freedom of making your own choices and living your own life and choosing your own destiny and living life in freedom actually is derived from